Welcome back down my pecan tree line lane. I'm Larry Marble. It's the 945 edition of the program we call Down on the Farm. That's right. Come on down the lane through the squeaky gate here Down on the Farm Radio headquarters, up the sidewalk onto the front porch, through the screen door, down the hallway, and into Granny Marble's kitchen. Let's sit at Granny Marble's kitchen table. Hop Sing's going to feed us some pure pork sausage, some peppered bacon, any kind of egg you like. I like mine fried and runny, and Hop Sing, this morning I'm hungry. I want 2. And I want about 4 of Nanny's yeast rolls, and I want plenty of your jalapeno gravy. And I'll pour myself a cup of coffee. I'll pour you a glass of iced tea if you prefer. But right now we're going to tease your appetite before my camp cook feeds us with a little bit of ag weather. Let's utilize the San Angelo Weather Service office. Looks like as of probably about an hour ago, showers and thunderstorms now through 10. Heaviest area southeast of Brownwood Junction, scattered everywhere else. Occasional lightning, heavy downpours may cause ponding. I've heard of 0.2 to 2 inches, and you need to just stay attentive. As we look today, cold, wet, and cloudy. 49 in Abilene, 51 in San Angelo, 52 in Ozona, 55 in Sonora, 55 in Junction. Tonight, 44 in Abilene, 43 in San Angelo, 45 in Ozona. Chance of a scattered shower in Sonora and Junction. Y'all will be 45, 46 again. And cool again with cloud cover persisting on Thursday. 54 in Abilene, 54 in San Angelo, 54 in Junction, 56 and 57 in Sonora and Ozona. Neighbor normal temperatures for November the 4th, about 73 degrees thereabouts in this portion of the country. But on Friday, we'll warm up a bit. Looks like Abilene 66, San Angelo 68, 66 in Ozona, Sonora, and Junction, and it'll be a mostly sunny, we'll call it a half sun, half clouds kind of day. Neighbor, there is your ag weather through a big swath of this portion of Down on the Farm country. McCoys.com. Make McCoys your choice for livestock pens and rodeo equipment like the 40-foot utility round pen or a manual rope and chute. Shop online and find the store near you at McCoys.com. Neighbor, let's take a shotgun look at grains right quick. We've got a lot of ground to cover. December corn, 570 and a half, down 2.5. January beans, 1254 and a quarter, down 2. December Kansas City hard red winter wheats down 5 and a quarter at 793. Even money. March number 2 cotton's down 63 at 113.20. And your U.S. dollar index is down 2 9/10 at 94.05. West Texas Intermediate crude, the December, is down 265 at 81.26. Neighbor, let's take a look at what is anticipated in regards to our livestock futures movement today. We'll utilize the good folks at DTN and their Southern Crops edition to get that done. Cattle and hog futures moved in opposite directions with a vengeance yesterday. The large drop in feeder cattle could have never taken place based on the movement Tuesday. Early cash activity increased buying interest, and hogs continue to show weakness in the cash, leaving traders guessing as to the bottom. Neighbor Hop Sing is ready to serve. He's got that menu just like I told you. If you're busy, grab yourself a piece of pork sausage, a piece of bacon, Nanny's yeast rolls, put a little gravy on it, grab yourself a cup of coffee to go. But before you go out the door, let's talk to Henry Pickett, Abilene Livestock. Henry, how was the Tuesday sale?
Well, it was pretty good. Yearlings and calves are kind of steady on the better quality. They might have been a touch higher. Lesser quality cattle are in a steady decline for the last 2 or 3 weeks, as well as the whole market. But then they put a little bit of money on the high-yielding Packer cows and high-yielding bulls.
Okay. The shiniest consignment that went through, do you remember what they brought?
Oh, we had a set of ranch calves that were weaned, weighing probably in the 5s, and they bring upwards of 160, 165.
Good.
They were steers.
Good.
We had some 4-weight heifers that bring up there in that 150 to 60. They'd be all off one ranch and were sold in big lots. And but overall, everything was pretty good. We ended up with just a shy number under 1,500 with about 210 cows.
Good. Now, what are we anticipating next week?
Well, we're getting a little moisture right now, so it's kind of hard to say. We had a few people call in early and just if it rained, they might, and if it rained, they might not. So we're just kind of on hold.
I got you. Well, we will touch base with you early Tuesday morning to see how many of the people that were on hold brought cattle in. Tell everybody how to contact you.
Here at the barn, we can be reached at 325-673-7865, or my cell number is 940-733-8208.
McCoys.com, McCoy's Building Supply. Still family owned, strong, growing, and relevant for our ag community. Farm and ranch panels and gates, field fencing, welded wire panels, barbed wire, and electric fencing. Shop online and find products and the store near you at McCoys.com. Neighbor, my cowboy crew is finished eating, so we're going to send them up to Angelo to help Benny Cox get sheep and goats distributed. And, Benny, why don't we just let them hang around? It's raining here, so I won't have anything for them to do. Let them help you with the cattle sale on Thursday. But first, tell us how many sheep and goats you sold.
Yeah, the market was real good, Larry. We had 4,083. That's about what we figured we'd have. We didn't have enough wool lambs to establish any kind of trend. The slaughter lambs, the hair sheep type, those lighter, they sold anywhere from firm to $10 higher. You know, some of them may have been a tick higher than that. I mean, it's real active all the way through. Of course, remember last week was awful good. Slaughter ewes, they sold from $10 to $15 higher. We didn't have hardly any. They were pushing pretty hard to get a few. Kid goats, they were another 5 to 10 higher. That's 3 weeks in a row that they were some higher. On these slaughter nannies, they sell from 180 all the way up to 220, but mostly 190 to 210. Your mature billies, they sell from $2 all the way to 258. You know, hardly any of them, unless they were a little on the thin side or way old or something, wouldn't bring, you know, somewhere in that 220 plus range. The wool feeder lambs that we did see, kind of 270 to 335 on some little things. The slaughter lambs, the light end of those, from 280 to 372. The majority of them in that 240 to 326 range. No, I'm sorry. The heavier weights bring from 240 to 326, with some of those light feeders up to as high as 415. On your slaughter ewes, they sell from 110 to 150, mostly 115 to 135. Kid goats, now they sell from $3 to $375, but mostly $340 to $373, with some of those feeders up to $436.
Now, I understand you caught some rain, anywhere from a couple of tenths to a couple of inches in places.
Yeah, I talked to a guy that lives on a ranch we have out west of town, about 25 miles, and he said it rained 2 inches there. It wasn't but 3/10 at my house. I live here in the southwest part of town. So, you know, it just, and I watched that radar last night, and it just kind of, there was some old yellow stuff and this and that, but there was a lot of that, just that light green. So, yep. But it rained around a lot of this area, and it's still misting around, and they promise rain throughout the day.
So I assume that will probably put a damper, if you will, on the cattle sale?
Yeah, we've got about 400 here. I know some cattle are supposed to come from West Texas. Of course, most of those are some older cows and calves and that, but we got about 400 to start with. We could bust 1,000.
Well, I hope you do. Hope you have a good sale, and I hope to talk to you next week. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
They can call me on my mobile. It's 325-234-4277. Office, same area code, 653-3371. Or they can always look at the web, which is producersandcargyle.com.
I'm on the line with Julie from D&D. Julie, a lot of people only think about feeding deer during season, but you need to feed them all year round, don't you?
Yes, sir, and we got several different proteins that are great for that, but we also got your apple corn and regular corn for if you're just going out on the weekend to go hunting.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Julie.
All you have to do is give me a call at 830-379-7340, or you can come see me in the store. I'd be glad to chit-chat with you.
Maybe y'all grab yourself a bottle of water. I know it's raining outside. You might not get dehydrated, but we want you not to, so you'll come on back and eat chicken fried steak with us at 12:45. See you then. Let's take a look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle. 800-288-4453. Milo through Corpus in November. D's plus 85, 11.75. Yellow corn November. D's plus 90, 6.63. Houston wheat in November, D's plus 70, 8.68 and 1/4. And Houston beans in November less 20, 12.24, even money. 3,615 bale of East Texas, Oklahoma, 8,719 bale of West Texas for a total of 12,334 statewide. It brought $113.50 on the low side, $116.50 on the high side. That made the average price $115 even money. Neighbor, we're not average. We're the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. And you folks are definitely above average listeners. Why? Because you're listening to my voice right now. I'm Larry Marble, you're my neighbor. Neighbor, God bless, be careful. See you at 12:45 for a chicken fried steak.